When the oilfield industry needs an honest, hard-working, and dependable electrical contractor, they signal for SOS. With a solid reputation for getting the job done, Michael Sherrock and his team are prepared to meet all of your industrial and commercial electrical needs. They're prepared to handle anything, from maintenance to automation and power line service. So remember to dial up SOS the next time you're in need of an industry-leading electrical contractor.
Hi, I'm Dr. Matt Shelton with Lindsay Family Dentistry. I'd like to thank all the patients we've been able to serve over the years. For those of you who are unhappy with your smile, tired of having dental pain, crooked or missing teeth, or loose-fitting dentures, at Lindsay Family Dentistry, we can care for all your dental needs, including cosmetic dentistry, crown and bridge, root canals, braces, Invisalign, conventional implants for tooth replacement, and mini diameter implants for denture stabilization. Our braces fee starts at $4,500, and for those of you with poor-fitting dentures, we can place 6 mini-diameter implants on the upper for $3,600 and 4 mini-diameter implants on the lower for $2,600. To schedule your consultation, stop by the office at 102 Southwest 7th Street, Lindsay, Oklahoma, or give us a call at 405-756-4093. As a 1997 graduate of Lindsay High School, I'd like to take the time to say go Leopards.
Well, good Saturday afternoon, everybody, and welcome back inside Leopard Arena here on the campus of Lindsay High School, where we are about 7.5 minutes or so away from getting this third-place consolation game tipped off here between your hometown Lindsay Leopardettes and the Sulphur Lady Bulldogs. Jake Rutledge alongside Eric Dodson, and as always, R.J. Brooks. And partner, girls let one kind of slip away from them last night in that semifinal game. That's just my gut feeling. I talked to you a little bit about it. How do you feel about it? I mean, they led. They went down, I believe it was 6-0 real quick and in a hurry. And then they battled back, held the lead for most of the ball game. And then about a minute, 2 minutes into that fourth period, well, the tide shifted. And one thing led to another, and here we are playing for third place rather than playing for a championship tonight.
Yeah, they fell down 6-0, and then it was 7-1, and then after that it was Leopardette basketball. They got ahead, and they never got ahead by a whole lot.
No.
6, 7 may have been the max on the lead, but they led the whole way until, like you said, they got into that fourth quarter, and shots quit going in. We made some costly mistakes, fouling the ball when we didn't need to be fouling, and the momentum just switched over, and that was it.
Yeah. Yeah, and credit Pauls Valley, not taking anything away from those girls. I mean, they did what they needed to do. They made their halftime adjustments. Really wasn't able to get anything adjusted necessarily there in that third period. But as we said, start of that fourth period, the tide kind of started to shift a little bit there, and then all of a sudden, Leopardettes found themselves down. I believe they went down by a point or two, and then I think the Pauls Valley stretched it to maybe 7 or so. Leopardettes made a little bit of a run there late, but, too little too late, and you end up getting beat there. And like we talked about, that's a conference foe. Both of those squads, I guarantee you mentioned this too, they learned a lot about one another, and they got 2 more opportunities to square off, one time over at Pauls Valley, one time back here inside Leopard Arena. So looking forward to those conference matchups moving forward in conference play.
Yeah, one thing that we noticed, and we know the Lindsay coaches did, was Gutierrez with Pauls Valley.
Yes.
She can knock the lights out of it.
Yeah.
And
yeah, you give her just a little bit of space, partner, and she's gonna knock them down. So
anyway, a lot was learned last night.
Yeah.
Try to find a silver lining in a loss, and that's probably it. Is you learned a lot about Pauls Valley, who you're going to get to play at least 2 more times.
Right. Yeah. So let's move into this one. Third place game on the line here for the Charles K. Haley Classic Tournament, and Sulphur comes into this one. They're no slouch either. Sulphur, they're gonna throw their best effort out there against these Leopardettes, and I'm just kind of sitting here watching these girls shoot around a little bit. I've seen some of them knock a few down, but nothing that is just absolutely jaw dropping. So don't look to have too much size. Looks like everybody's going to be able to match up pretty well with Maddie McGowan. So I think hopefully, for the sake of, everybody that's in here watching this one and everybody that's tuned in watching as well, hopefully we're going to have a good game on tap here.
Yeah, Sulphur, they're never terrible at anything. Mm-hmm. And I think it's going to be a pretty equally matched game. If the Leopardettes play their brand of basketball, I feel like we should come out on top, Jake.
Yeah, and talk about foul trouble, because Cannon Russell, she went out. Was that early fourth period when she went out last night, I believe?
Yeah,
that's when the wave kind of shifted there, when Russell wasn't able to keep a body in front of Gutierrez. And, so like you said, take care of little things. Limit your mistakes, limit your, obviously your turnovers, knock down your free shots when you got them, and then just play Leopardette basketball, and hopefully you can come out on top here tonight.
And it's hard to coach this, but basketball is, as you know, is a game of runs.
Yeah.
So whenever you're doing good and you're on a good run, and then all of a sudden it comes to a stop, you have to know in your mind it's possible that the other team is going to go on a run of their own, and you can't get down in that moment. You have to keep fighting and pushing to stop that run, so you get to go back on a run of your own. And that's just that's the name of the game of basketball.
Absolutely.
And last night, Pauls Valley got on a run. We kind of got down and it kind of snowballed a little bit. Ended up losing by 6, I think.
Yeah.
But tonight, and this afternoon here against Sulphur, just know things happen in basketball games. And it's not going to be all bad or all good. It's going to be a series of runs going both ways. And how much you limit your opponent, to those runs, is going to determine outcome.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's well said there, partner. So, anyhow, we're about 2 minutes away from getting this one tipped off here. Third place game, Charles K. Haley Classic 2024 edition, ladies and gentlemen. We'll take us a quick break. I believe the cheerleaders are going to come out and do some Oklahoma, and then I believe we'll have a national anthem to follow. So we'll be back after these messages. Don't go anywhere. Tip-off coming up next. You're watching Leopardette basketball live on the Leopard Sports Network.
When the oilfield industry needs an honest, hard-working, and dependable electrical contractor, they signal for SOS. With a solid reputation for getting the job done, Michael Sherrock and his team are prepared to meet all of your industrial and commercial electrical needs. They're prepared to handle anything, from maintenance to automation and power line service. So remember to dial up SOS the next time you're in need of an industry-leading electrical contractor.
Welcome to the third place game in the 16th annual Charles K. Haley Classic. Visiting team today, coached by Toby Todd, assisted by Julie Shear, the Sulphur Lady Bulldogs.
Excuse me, so sorry.
For the Lady Bulldogs, a 5'7".
Welcome back, everybody, inside Leopard Arena here as Dual Greneman is introducing the starting five for the Sulphur Lady Bulldogs.
5'7", senior number 12, Mabry Jones. 5'8", senior number 20, Jalen Shear. 5'9", senior number 23, Racy Runyon. And the 5'9", senior number 35, Courtney Keith.
So there's the starting five for the visiting team, Sulphur Lady Bulldogs. Up next will be your hometown Lindsay Leopardettes.
Coached by Brian Cater, assisted by Johnny Dodd, introducing the starting lineup for the Lindsay Leopardettes. For 5'5", junior, number 1, Gentry Wilmot. 5'10", junior, number 5, Maddie McGowan. 5'8", junior, number 10, Leslie Wilmot. 5'5", junior, number 22, Cannon Russell. And a 5'4", senior, number 24, Aristide Valenciano.
So there's your starting five for the Lindsay Leopardettes. As we are a few minutes away from getting this one tipped off here. Once again, third place game on the line here in the Charles K. Haley Classic. Again, Jake Rutledge alongside Eric Dodson and R.J. Brooks. And like we talked about there in the pregame, partner, this should be a good one.
Yeah, Jake, I think we'll have them, size-wise. We'll find out on the talent here in just a few moments, but I'm going to say again, just like I was saying last night, feed the ball down low to Maddie McGowan. That's when good things happen, because they're either going to have to double team her, or if they do that, she can hit the offside help.
Yep.
So that's what I look at, before this game gets started, knowing anything about Sulphur. But here we go. We're about to find out.
Yes, sir. Yeah, hopefully Leopardettes come out with the same intensity they did last night against that Pauls Valley squad.
Defense was amazing last night. I think they held Pauls Valley to 12 first half points.
Sulphur will control that opening tip. Just like that.
They pick up right where they left off. Defense created a turnover right there.
So Russell strides across the timeline, kicks over to Wilmot. Now Feliciano. Yeah, Sulphur actually comes into this one, partner, with a 2-6 record. They're 0-1 in Lake County Conference play. Feliciano over to Russell. Feliciano, far side corner three, off the back iron, no good. Leslie Wilmot, good hustle by her. Just couldn't keep it inbound. Actually, they're going to say that went off of a Lady Bulldog, so that'll stay on this end of the court with the Leopardettes.
Good hustle by Valenciano to make that happen.
McGowan, three ball, too strong. And Sulphur will control. Just underway here from Leopard Arena, campus of Lindsay High School. Kicks down low. Little floater in the lane's no good. Gentry will just let that one end up out of bounds. Now Feliciano, low, dangerous pass there. Wilmot had that one deflected away from her, but it'll be fouled. Foul will be on the floor. That'll be number 12. That'll be her first. Gentry gets it into McGowan. McGowan kicks Feliciano. Feliciano thought about a drive, kicks to Russell near side corner three. That's off the back iron, no good. Rebound, Dogs. Long cross-court pass there, deflected by Feliciano. Good hands by her, as they'll actually get her on the travel. Looked like that ball might have been deflected there, partner, but
yeah,
ref right on top of it. He saw otherwise. Sulphur now. Far side elbow. Screen set there. Still can't shake a defender, however. Now they kick it down low, guarded by McGowan. Good job there, getting a hand in her face. McGowan ends up with a rebound. So you like what you're seeing so far on the defensive side of things for the Leopardettes.
Yeah, they've denied everything that's got by the basket so far.
As that one is deflected and then saved back in bounds. Leopardettes still under control here. Little floater in the lane from Russell. That's offline. Probably an ill-advised shot there. Cater probably wanted a little bit more offense ran in that situation. Now top of the key. Looking down low. They get it down low. Guarded by Feliciano. Shot no good. McGowan rebound. As Coach Cater wants 30 seconds to talk about it. Try to get his girls on the same page here. Get everybody calmed down. We'll keep it here. 5:29 mark, first period. Still no score.
Both teams trying to get settled in.
Yeah, it's a filling out process. You can tell right now. Also, a reminder, don't forget, I almost said after this game. I'm used to saying that. There will be 2 games in between. Well, there will be 2 games after this game before our Leopards will play for the championship later on this evening, as they'll take on the Plainview Indians. So after this one's over, we'll sign off for a couple hours or so and then be back to have all the action from the championship. Russell strides across the timeline. Kicks to Wilmot. Over to Leslie Wilmot. Try to get it down low to McGowan, and she couldn't corral it. Leopardettes will turn it over. Sulphur now. Good hands there by Cannon Russell. Great job by her. Now they get it down low. McGowan, she kicks it back out. That was deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Lady Bulldog. Under 5 minutes to play first period. Still no score. Russell.
Sulphur running a 3-2 zone.
They get it down low. McGowan layup underneath is there.
I was just about to say they need to spread the floor and have a baseline runner and just feed her the ball.
Yep.
That's exactly what they just did.
Leopardette's looking to go press now. Try to confuse Sulphur. And we saw last night when, as we'll have nope. I believe they'll get Maddie McGowan for a foul on the floor, however. So no shots. What I was fixing to say, partner, we saw last night, Leopardette's made an adjustment there during that first timeout that they took midway through that first period as they leave a girl wide open underneath. When Lindsay switched to a man, it really seemed to throw Pauls Valley for a loop there. And that's really when the Leopardettes kind of took control of that ball game until early fourth period. Russell, corner three, or elbow three, excuse me, got the good roll there, gets it to fall. So 5-2 here at the 4-minute mark, first period. As they'll get Leslie Wilmot on the foul.
Shearer goes to the line, she'll be shooting 2.
Shearer will go to the line to shoot 2. She knocks her first down. Second is short, but she got her own rebound. Nobody blocked out, partner.
Yeah.
Leopards are fortunate there as McGowan hits the deck. Shear helps her up to her feet. Yeah, Leopardette's fortunate not to give up any points right there in that situation. You got to block out. You say it a handful of times every broadcast.
Yeah, it's just a fundamental thing. And when you get in the heat of the moment of a game, it's hard to remember every single thing. But blocking out, it's got to be automatic.
As Leslie Wilmot, her pass intended for Ginger Wilmot, a little too tall, ends up out of bounds. There's that press, trying to make things difficult on Sulphur here, see if they can get it across. They do. And we'll have a travel. Good defense once again. Guess who? Cannon Russell. Active hands.
Lee checks in for Sulphur.
It'd be nice to feed it to the high post where McGowan is. And you see Wilmot down there as a baseline runner.
As Gentry lets this 3-ball go, that's short. Shearer will come away with the rebound. Three ball. Comes up short. Cannon Russell get another rebound. She looks to push the pace here. Kicks to McGowan. McGowan, a 12-footer. That's good. And Sulphur wants a timeout at the 2:47 mark as Lady Bulldogs trail 7-3 here in this one.
Yeah, Jake, right there when we have the high post in that 3-2 zone, if we get it to the high post right there in the middle of that free throw line, the low two girls on the zone and on the 3-2, they're going to have to come up and help that, and it should free up the baseline.
Yes.
And if they don't, McGowan will just wear you out just hitting that shot like she just did.
So 7-3 ball game, still first period. Leopardettes have done a pretty good job defensively. As Sulphur's had a few down low that if they could have got to go, this might be a little bit of a different looking ball game right now, but Lindsay's doing a good job, like I said, with their active hands, just making things difficult right now for Sulphur.
I like this matchup for Valenciano here.
Ooh, she did travel. So Sulphur turns it over coming out of the timeout.
Beasley reports for Sulphur.
Same starting 5 on the court here, still for the Leopardettes. Russell, Feliciano, McGowan, and 2 Wilmots. The kick to Russell, top of the key. Now back near side. This is Gentry Wilmot to Leslie down around the baseline. They try to kick it down low. McGowan. Russell, she'll let this elbow 3 go. Too strong. Outlet pass there. Layup underneath. No good. Nobody home. Leopardettes somehow come away with that rebound, though. As Sulphur couldn't control it underneath the bucket. Gentry Wilmot, 3 ball on the way. That's good.
3-point basket by Gentry Wilmot.
Left a girl wide open in the lane. Layup is good.
Basket by Beasley.
Transition defense right there, partner.
Yep.
Got to get back.
McGowan got caught up high. And her girl was down there in the middle of the lane.
So Russell kicks Feliciano over to Leslie Wilmot. Far side corner, gets it down low. Pass intended there for Gentry Wilmot. Deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Lady Bulldog.
Atkinson checks in for Sulphur.
As Atkinson will check back into the ball game here. Russell, little jumper. It's offline. Leslie Wilmot, good hustle there by her. McGowan now to Russell. They kick it down low to Leslie. Leslie too strong underneath. Couple opportunities there. Leopardettes couldn't take advantage of. Under a minute to play, first period. Good hands there by Gentry. As that one's deflected back in bounds and last touch by Gentry.
A little sloppy there. Here you go, Jake. We talked about this the other night.
Yep.
Hernandez
I
checks
fully
in for
believe Marisol Hernandez played herself into this rotation solely based off of Thursday night, what she was able to showcase. I believe she ended up with, what, 7 points, a couple of rebounds?
Yeah, and the hustle and the defense.
Yes. And she looks comfortable out there, being a freshman. As that one will be out of bounds. And they're going to say it's off the foot of McGowan. Nope, check that. This ref's going to change that.
Lee returns for Sulphur.
And here she is, a freshman, in in a third place game.
Important ball game.
In the first period, she's checking in. Coach obviously saw it too, so she earned it.
Yeah. Feliciano gives to Gentry. 3 ball on the way. Comes up just short. 15 seconds to play first period. Let's see if Sulphur can get some points on the board here. The Leopardettes can turn them over again. Good hands there by the freshman. .8 to play. Get it in. The drive, shot way offline. As that'll be the end of the first period. Leopardettes on top here. They lead by 5, lead 10-5. We'll take us a quick break, get a drink of water. We'll be back. Second period action coming up. You're watching Leopardette basketball live on the Leopard Sports Network. Welcome back, everybody, inside Leopard Arena here, getting ready to start this second period third place game between the Leopardettes and the Sulphur Lady Bulldogs. Leopardettes there able to lock down defensively. They lead 10-5, getting ready to start the second.
Leopardettes.
Yeah, they shot 2 for 5, for 2 points and 2 for 8 from beyond the arc to start the game. So little rough start shooting the ball. But like we always say, just keep shooting. They'll go in.
Yeah, keep shooting. They'll eventually fall. As Ince has checked into the ball game here for the Leopardettes. No, I checked that. Both Wilmots are out. That's right. Yeah, because Hernandez is still in the ball game.
Ince in for Gentry.
Yep. Russell kicks to Inch. She'll let that one fly. That one comes up just short. Leopardettes, good job there by Maddie McGowan, just a hustle play, able to keep it alive for the Leopardettes. They kick it down low to her. Tries to go up with a shot. She'll be fouled. Believe they'll get 33 on the foul. That'll be her first of the night. Afternoon, I should say. Feliciano, now to Hernandez. All the way around top of the arc there. Now Feliciano out near midcourt.
There we go.
A little high of a pass there. Hernandez, good job deflecting it. Hernandez kicks. Feliciano, 3 balls on the way. Off the iron, no good. Russell put back short, no good. Ince had the rebound, had it knocked away from her. We'll have a jump ball. That'll go over to the Lady Bulldogs.
Jones and Keith returning for Sulphur.
So Jones and Keith check back in for the Lady Bulldogs. As Hernandez checks out, Gentry Wilmot comes back in for the Leopardettes.
I like the Leopardettes trying to work Ince down low because she has moves down there. Keep an eye on that going forward.
Layup attempt underneath, hard foul there. Some feet got tangled up. 23 goes into the padding of the
Running
goalpost.
goes line shooting 2.
Gentry will not be charged with that one.
Second free throw is too strong. McGowan pulls down a rebound.
She already has 5 rebounds.
Wilmot gives to Russell. They kick down low to Maddie. Maddie puts a shot up. She'll be fouled. So she'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Be the Leopardettes' first free throw attempts of the game.
McGowan goes to the line shooting 2.
And just what you said earlier in the pregame, just before tip, kick it down low to Maddie. Let her go to work.
Good things happen.
Yeah. She could not convert either free throw, and then Sulphur just throws it out of bounds. So we'll stay on this end of the court.
We'll take the gift, even though Christmas is over.
Russell, little jumper. That one might have been partially blocked. As we'll have a tie up there at center court.
Russell.
Cannon Russell yet again tying things up, forcing the jump ball.
Gets us the ball back.
Ince now. Back to Feliciano. High pass near side here to Cannon Russell. She'll kick it back over to Feliciano. A little jumper in the lane. That's good. Good ball movement there.
That's it by Feliciano.
Wild shot there. Ends up in the hands of Gentry Wilmot. as Atkinson tried to swipe that one away. Ends up knocking that out of bounds right in front of the Leopardette bench. And Russell dribbled that one off the foot of a Lady Bulldog. It'll be tied up, jump ball.
You'd think they'd call kicking.
So it'll go back over to Sulphur. Yeah, even though it wasn't intentional, it did go off of the Bulldogs' foot there. Good hands by Batty McGowan. (12-6). 5:15 mark, second period. Looks like we might have another low-scoring affair here, partner.
It's all defense so far.
As Shear gives it up. And Sulphur will call a timeout here. It'll be a 30-second timeout at the 4:59 mark of the second period. Leopardette's still on top by 6, 12-6.
Need to settle in on the offensive side. Get some good shots.
Yeah, you're doing things right defensively. You're holding Sulphur in check, just 6 points. Almost midway through the second period. If you get your offense going a little bit, maybe pull away here. Make it a little bit more difficult on Sulphur.
Yep.
So back underway here. Inside of 5 minutes to play, second period. Atkinson out near midcourt. She gives it to Shear. Shear's looking. Lost her dribble, yelling for help. She needs somebody. Finally does get a little help, gets rid of it. They kick it back down low to Shear, and she'll get the bucket to fall, count it, and one.
Shear goes to the line, she hits the shot, and will get one.
Be Leslie's second.
Free throw's no good. Too strong off the back iron. Russell pulled down a rebound. Feliciano with the drive. Last touch by a Sulphur Bulldog. So we'll stay on this end of the court. Little floater just outside the lane. Couldn't get it to fall. Leopardettes somehow come away with the rebound. McGowan. And she'll go to the line to shoot two. Some of the Sulphur crowd wanted a jump ball.
McGowan goes to the line, shooting two.
McGowan's second. On its way, off the back iron, no good. So Sulphur controls. Over to Shear. Once again, Shear out near midcourt. She looks to kick. This is Atkinson now. Tries to get it down low. That'll be off the fingers of Feliciano. She tried to snag that one out of the air. Shear now. Finally got some help. Gives back to Shear. They're trying to work it down low to Atkinson. Instead, there'll be a long 2, and that'll count.
3-point basket by Jones.
Just a 2-point bucket there. So 12-10 now, 3:05 to play, first half. Kick it to Leslie Wilmot, back to Russell. As Russell nearly had that one taken away. Russell once again. Gives to Gentry. Gentry looking for a little help, trying to find somebody. Kicks over far side to Leslie Wilmot. And she'll be called for the travel.
It's her third turnover.
Kind of uncharacteristic of Leslie, too. She's
Yes.
usually a little bit better with the ball. As we're going to have a moving screen. So it'll go back over to the Leopardettes.
It's been a minute since we scored, Jake. I believe it was 12-4. Sulphur on a 6-0 run.
Yep. Leopardettes got to find the bucket here as Leslie Wilmot lets that one fly in and out, no good. Cannon Russell able to keep it under control. McGowan, long 3 on the way. That's no good. Still controlled by the Leopardettes as Leslie Wilmot just batted that one out of the hands of a Sulphur Bulldog. 2:18 to play, first half. 12-10 ball game. Kick down low to Maddie McGowan. McGowan, little floater, that's good.
Basket by McGowan.
You hear Coach Cater saying, D up. The drive here. That shot not blocked. That was all wrist there. So that'll be McGowan's
Goes the line, shooting 2.
second. She gets the good roll.
Hunter checks in for Sulphur.
Her second, rattles home. As Russell strides across the timeline. Leslie Wilmot gives back to Gentry. Now to Cannon. Cannon, little jumper in the lane. That's good.
Basket by Russell.
Shear now, as they weren't on the same page, and Shear throws it out of bounds. Nearest one to that one would be the camera guy over there in the far corner. Leopardette's got an opportunity here to kind of open it up just before half. McGowan, one-handed pass underneath as Gentry Wilmot will be fouled. She'll go to the line for 2.
Gentry Wilmot will go to the line, shooting 2.
Gentry's first is good.
Lee checks in for Sulphur.
So Lee will check in for the Lady Bulldogs. Knocks the second down. One minute to play here in the first half. 18-12 ball game. Leopardettes have led throughout. This is Lee. Long 3 ball. That comes up short. Nobody underneath the rebound for the Leopardettes. As that'll be knocked out of bounds. Last touch there by Maddie McGowan. Lee gets it in. This is Shear. Shear gets rid of it. Lost the dribble. Good save there by Shear. Keeps it in bounds. Down to 30 seconds to play as there'll be a foul on the floor. They're going to get Cannon or they're going to get Leslie. As they'll get Leslie Wilmot. That'll be her third. And we still got 30 seconds to play here in the first half, partner.
Yep. That'd be something to watch.
As that one ends up 3/4 of the way down the court. But you are able to go backcourt there via the pass. Lee now gives it up. Sulphur looking to get a shot off. They get a little layup attempt underneath. She'll be fouled.
And then McGowan's third.
Runyon goes to the line, shooting 2.
So Runyon now at the line shooting 2, 14.4 to play first half. As Eric mentioned, that is Maddie McGowan's third. So the Leopardettes have 2 with 3 fouls here. McGowan and Wilmot both going to have to be careful moving forward. As
Lopez checks in for Leopardette.
Lopez and Ince will check in. Good move there by Cater. Don't want to get a cheap foul with 13 seconds to play. Lee gets it in bounds. This is Atkinson. Little jumper in the lane. No good. Lopez couldn't control it. Ince does, however, gives to Russell. Russell's 4 seconds. Down to 3. And Russell couldn't hold on to it. She'll lose it out of bounds right at 1 second. Lady Bulldogs see if they can get a shot off here. Atkinson to inbound. They give it to Runyon. Half-court shot. Off the line or off target. But Leopardettes still lead 18-13 as they will go to the locker room here. Let's see what kind of adjustments are made. We'll take us a quick break. Come back, talk stats here momentarily. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Leopardette basketball live on the Leopard Sports Network.
When the oilfield industry needs an honest, hard-working, and dependable electrical contractor, they signal for SOS. With a solid reputation for getting the job done, Michael Sherrock and his team are prepared to meet all of your industrial and commercial electrical needs. They're prepared to handle anything, from maintenance to automation and power line service. So remember to dial up SOS the next time you're in need of an industry-leading electrical contractor.
Welcome back, everybody, inside Leopard Arena here, about a minute and a half away from getting this third period back underway. But before we do so, we're going to talk some stats. Kick it over to Eric. Eric, what you got?
Leopardettes, having a little hard time finding the basket. They were 3 for 7 from 2-point field goals and ended up 2 for 11 from beyond the arc.
Ooh.
So, and that goes a lot to do with the Sulphur's 3-2 defense that they're running. It's making it hard to get anything on the inside. But the few times we did get it down low to like McGowan, we were able to take advantage of that. But free throws were 2 for 6. That was kind of, not very good last night. It's kind of continued on today. 7 rebounds, 4 offensive and 9 defensive rebounds. 6 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. We had 5 turnovers at first half, which the turnover margin has been really good for the Leopardettes the last few games.
Yeah.
We've cut them way down. I remember we'd have 9 or 10 in the half, and we had 5 today. We got 7 fouls. We got, 2 girls, McGowan and Leslie Wilmot, both with 3. And McGowan led the way with 6 points.
Well, and, excuse me, you mentioned it, before or right after we went off air there at halftime. Leopardette's not in control of this one just yet. Offense has been, sputtering, for lack of a better term. So they're going to have to tighten things up here offensively. They've done a good job defensively, just giving up the 13 points, but you'd like to have a little bit more than a 5-point cushion, as Sulphur able to get that one to go underneath. So hopefully Coach Cater and Coach Dodd made a few adjustments there in the halftime locker room, and they can get this offense back to humming as Gentry Wilmot lets a long 3 go. That's no good. So just underway here, 18-15 ball game, third period. Atkinson strides across the timeline for the Bulldogs. Kick it far side elbow 3. That's good.
We've went to zone defense, and we're having a hard time recovering on those long cross-court passes.
So Jones knocks it up at 18 apiece here. Feliciano, far side corner 3. That's off the line. As we'll have a foul on the floor.
Ince.
It'll be Chloe Ince. That'll be her first. This is Runyon, guarded by Feliciano. Runyon gives to Atkinson. Long pass over to Jones. Jones gives it up. This is Lee. Her 3's good.
Sulphur comes out on an 8-0 run to start this thing.
Excuse me, that was Keith, not Lee. I better stand up. Setting down, 8-0 run. Something's wrong there, huh? I'll take the blame on that. So McGowan gives to Gentry Wilmot. Her 3 is good.
3-point basket by Gentry Wilmot.
So good answer there by Gentry. Knocks it up once again at 21 apiece. Atkinson throws that one away as McGowan will end up with it. Long outlet pass to Russell as that one's deflected. Good job there by Feliciano to keep it under control. Gives to McGowan. Now Gentry right down here in front of us. Russell, long 2 there. Couldn't get that to fall. Runyon with the rebound. She looks to push. She'll retreat. Gives to Keith. Her 3 ball, no good. Shear able to come away with a rebound. We have it tied up underneath. Actually, Ince will just take it away from her and get the pass away. McGowan, long three off the glass. Another long three's on the way, and that's good. Cannon Russell able to knock it down. Atkinson now guarded by Russell. Now Keith, she goes to work on McGowan. Will turn around jumper offline, but she'll be hacked in the act, so she'll go to the line for 2.
Ince picks up her second foul.
Keith goes to the line, shooting 2.
So Keith now at the line to shoot 2 here. Her first rattles home. Her second, good as well. Tried to get it down low to McGowan as Atkinson knocks that one away from her. 24-23, 4:24 to play, third period. Consolation game here, Charles K. Haley Classic. Gentry, long pass into Feliciano. Now Feliciano again. Gives to Ince, over to Russell. Try to get it to McGowan down low. She puts a shot up. As Keith says, no, I was straight up.
McGowan goes to the line, shooting 2.
McGowan knocks her first down. Puts the Leopardettes back up by 2. Her second is good as well.
It's good to see McGowan back on the right side of that. She went 0 for 4 from the free throw line to start out.
So Russell gives to McGowan. She'll let a 3 fly. That's well offline.
She's 0 for 5 from me on the arc.
Shear now, guarded by Ince. Gives to Jones.
Whoa. Shear just gave Ince the body check there. That's going to be McGowan's 4th.
As they'll get McGowan on number 4, or for number 4. As Keith and McGowan got a little something going back and forth. So Leslie Wilmot will check in. It's not what you like to see. McGowan coming out at the 3:28 mark with 4 fouls. She'll have to be smart moving forward. And she'll have a seat for now. Runyon. Wow. Runyon lost her dribble completely. Little turnaround jumper there by Keith. That's no good. Runyon with the rebound. Putback's not there, but she'll be fouled. She'll go to the line for 2.
3 girls to their 1. And we don't block out, and they get the
Runyon
rebound.
go to the line, shooting 2.
You hear Coach Cater there yelling box out. As Runyon knocks down the first. Runyon's second. No good, but they'll get Keith over the back there. Good call. Somebody who has yet to check in for the Leopardettes partner, Brecken Klein.
Yeah, and Bray.
Yeah, Gracie Bray hadn't seen the floor yet. Good point.
She's usually first one off the bench.
Ince gives to Feliciano. She nearly walked. And that one's batted out of bounds by Atkinson.
Just a little bit erratic on the offensive side here.
Mm-hmm. As Runyon boots that one out of bounds with her foot. Russell now, directing traffic. Back to Russell, now far side corner, that's Feliciano. Gives back to Russell. She'll look to drive, now she'll kick to Gentry. Wilmot over to Ince. Leopardettes slowing the pace here. 26-24 ball game, 2:20 to play. Ince's little floater is no good. And Sulphur throws it out of bounds.
You take advantage of these opportunities.
.33 will be whistled for the foul there. Didn't catch a name on her. We'll get it momentarily.
Next foul by either team being double bonus.
Three ball, that's no good. It somehow ends up with it. Put back, no good. Well, it's yet to change on the scoreboard, partner. But I think you're right. Both teams have four, as Runyon just let that one go right through her hands. Another turnover by the Lady Bulldogs. Layup underneath. Cannon Russell gets it to go. 28-24, minute and a half to play here, third period. Atkinson kicks to Runyon. Runyon couldn't corral it. Now Feliciano, she wants to go fast. She has Russell running wide open. Feliciano chooses to keep it as Runyon will be whistled for the foul.
They fixed it.
Yep. Coach Lowry down there, he finally got it under control, didn't he?
Klein goes in the game for Lindsay.
As Klein has now checked into the ball game. Feliciano lets a three-ball go, comes up short. Wilmot underneath with the rebound. She'll be fouled. I believe they're going to get Runyon on the call. And if so, that'll be, oh, just Runyon just has two. I apologize. So Gentry Wilmot at the line now. Leopardettes lead by 4.
Gentry Wilmot hits the free shot.
1:11 to play, 29-24 ball game. Gentry second, up and in. Leopard's going to go press here. Good hands there by Gentry. As Coach Cater's going to try to tighten things up here this final minute or so. This is Shear. Guarded by Klein. It's her first action of the night, partner. About the time we mention her, that's when Coach Cater says, hey, you know what? I do have Brecken Klein sitting down here next to me. Let's put her in. And the only reason I think she didn't see a lot of action last night, she, you know, I believe she have a turnover and maybe a couple of fouls within a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes of game action.
Yeah.
And I think Cater just decided, hey, you know what? As Runyon couldn't get that one to go underneath, last touched by a Lady Bulldog. And Sulphur crowd does not necessarily agree with that. And they might have a valid argument, partner. But it is what it is. Feliciano now kicks far side to Gentry Wilmot. Now Russell. She thought about that three. Feliciano puts it on the deck to Wilmot. Now back to Leslie Wilmot. Underneath, they give to Klein underneath. Layups there. Count the bucket. 32-24, 15 seconds to play, third period. Atkinson gives it to Shear. Guarded by Klein. As Russell very nearly created a turnover there.
She did.
Basically,
ball.
yeah, she did. She basically just ran into that one. But you'll take it any way you can get them. So Leopardettes will have 4.5 to shoot. Feliciano gives to Wilmot, and she'll drive, little floater. That's good! Count the bucket at the buzzer. 10-point game going into the fourth and final period as Gentry Wilmot gets the floater to fall. 34-24. Don't go anywhere. We got fourth period action coming up next. You're watching Leopardette basketball live on the Leopard Sports Network.
When the oilfield industry needs an honest, hard-working, and dependable electrical contractor, they signal for SOS. With a solid reputation for getting the job done, Michael Sherrock and his team are prepared to meet all of your industrial and commercial electrical needs. They're prepared to handle anything, from maintenance to automation and power line service. So remember to dial up SOS the next time you're in need of an industry-leading electrical contractor.
Welcome back, everybody, inside Leopard Arena here. After Gentry Wilmot got the little 12-foot floater to fall, increase that Leopard lead to 10. They lead 34-24 going into this final frame here. Leopardettes are 8 minutes away from claiming third place here in this Charles K. Hately Classic. They'd love to be able to seal the deal here. Obviously, you want a championship partner, but hey, it's the way the cookie crumbled last night. Got to come out and take care of business here, and that's exactly what the Leopardettes have done thus far.
Yep. Control what you control.
Yeah.
You're not in the championship game, you're in this game, so do your best to come out on top.
So Jones now gets it across, gives to Shear. Guarded by Wilmot. Shear picks up her dribble. Now they kick it down low. This is Runyon. Little turnaround underneath. Count the bucket and one. As Runyon gets that one to fall, they'll get Feliciano on the foul. That'll be Feliciano's second of the night. Klein needs a second tire shoe here. As Runyon able to convert the three-point play. Lady Dogs want to go press here. Feliciano gets it across. Now over to Russell. Russell will retreat out back near midcourt. She'll slow the pace here momentarily. 7.5 to play, fourth period. They give to Feliciano. As she goes up for a layup, she'll be hacked in the act, so she'll go to the line for two. See who they get here. I believe they got Jones. No, check that. They gave it to 20. They gave it to Shear. That'll be her second of the afternoon. It's getting down to crunch time, partner. You got to make these free throws.
Yes.
Feliciano knocks them both down.
You want to make them all the game, but when the top ball game in the fourth period, you have to make them.
When the pressure starts kind of mounting up on you and it starts to get a little bit tight, free throws play such a crucial part as Brecken Klein able to swat it away there, and then last touch by Shear on the inline. Good defense there by Brecken.
Touchdown.
As Russell, layup underneath, couldn't get it to go, and Klein knocked it back into Russell, but Russell was out of bounds.
Got to make her layups.
So right at 7 minutes. Runyon now. She needs some help. And she does get it across. Now to Shear. She kicks down low to Atkinson, and that one's knocked away, I believe, by Cannon Russell. And I didn't see who they got on the foul there. Let's see. That'll be on 23. That will be on Runyon. As she kind of hip checked Feliciano. That'll be Runyon's third. As Shear will check out. We'll get the name of the girl checking in momentarily. Russell casually strolls across the timeline. Now she's picked up by Atkinson. Atkinson tried to swipe that one away from her, and she'll pick up the foul.
Should be 4 fouls for them.
Yeah, Coach Lowry got to get that one changed. Feliciano now. 6.5 to play. Guarded by Runyon. Nearly stolen away by Runyon.
Give it to your shooter over here.
Now Russell out on the interlocking L, draws the immediate double team.
Turn around, square up, you got numbers here.
Feliciano, 3-ball on the way, off the back iron, no good. Leslie Wilmot will pull down a rebound, put back, no good. As Klein will actually be whistled there over the back. This is Keith. She provided a little bit of a spark earlier, about midway through that third period, or excuse me, through the right before halftime.
Timeout.
As Sulphur will call a timeout here. It will be a full timeout. 5:48 to play here in the fourth. Leopardettes on top 36-27. We'll take a quick break with them. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Leopardette basketball live on the Leopard Sports Network. Welcome back, everybody. Inside Leopard Arena, we're just about ready to get back underway here. 36-27. 5:48 to play here, fourth period. Sulphur trying to claw back into this one. Let's see what they got drawn up here coming out of the timeout. Jones will inbound here. As they'll kick it to Keith. Probably one of the three there, but good defense there by Leslie Wilmot to get out to her in time. As they kick it down low. And they'll get Klein for another foul.
That's her fourth. No?
Third.
Yeah.
As Ince will check in for Klein. Nobody underneath there. And Sulphur got that one to fall. Kick to Gentry. Russell now. Guarded by Atkinson. She lets her go. Layup underneath. Couldn't get that to fall. Hung on the front of the rim for what seemed like forever as Runyon comes the other way now. Layup on her end is good.
I don't know how many layups we missed, but it's way too many.
It's been a bunch, yeah. 36-31, 5 minutes to play here. Runyon comes away with the steal. Runyon's little jumper is good. And Coach Cater wants a timeout. I guarantee you he is fixing to light somebody up as the Leopardettes have given up a run here. Lady Bulldogs clawed back into it, trail by 3, 36-33. It's a full timeout at the 4:53 mark. Nope, excuse me, 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. They got to regroup, partner.
Yeah.
This is where we seen last night's game kind of slip away from the Leopardettes. You've got to learn to finish ball games. Leopardettes have led throughout during this ball game. Go out, finish the deal. Put the final nail in the coffin. Make your layups. You said it just before that timeout. We've missed a bunch, way too many. Some of them is understandable, contested, layups and stuff like that. But
there's been a handful that weren't.
Man, you've got to convert your layups. So 4:53 to play here in this one. As the Lady Dogs, they've clawed back into it. We got a ball game on our hands, 36-33. Once again, foul trouble. Maddie McGowan has not seen any action here in this fourth period as she come out late third. Leslie Wilmot, she also has 3 fouls, but she's back on the court. Wilmot with the 3, and then 4. McGowan has 4 as Runyon sticks a foot out in front of that one, deflects it away. Russell, guarded by Runyon. She'll kick it over to Feliciano. Now back to Russell. She'll slow the pace. Long cross-court pass to Ince underneath. Tried to get it to Gentry Wilmot. Ince probably should have just kept that and attempted a layup. As Runyon, who's got the hot hand for the Dogs, she'll draw the foul and go to the line. She'll be shooting 2. They'll get Russell on the foul. That'll be just her first. Yeah, just her first. As looks like McGowan is set to check back in after Runyon's free throws. As Ince will come off a little bit wobbly. Looked like she might have knocked knees with one of the Lady Bulldogs last possession. And that one's short. And it'll end up out of bounds, last touch by the Leopardettes. Loose balls like that, partner, they're so...
You got to fight. You're on the ground, you're diving. That's your ball. Go get the ball. Don't wait and watch and see if somebody else is going to get it. Go get the ball.
Atkinson over in the far corner, able to get away. Guarded by Russell. Atkinson gives to Runyon. Just back to Atkinson. She thought about a 3.
Leopardettes just getting out-hustled right now.
Keith will let that 3 ball fly. That's offline. Russell will get the rebound. Gives to Feliciano. 3:52 to play. Feliciano had all kinds of running room underneath, had a wide open layup if she wanted it. She chose to pull back out and give to Russell. Feliciano, 3 balls on the way. Off the back iron, no good. You see McGowan kind of hold her hands up. She didn't want to get whistled for an over the back there. As we're going to have a jump ball, and that will stay on this end of the court if the scores table is correct. Yeah, wasn't much McGowan could do there. Didn't want to force the issue and draw her, I believe it'd be her 5th.
Yeah, she made sure she stood back and had her hands up.
So long pass into Feliciano. 3.5 to play. 3-point game. Gentry tried to give it up underneath.
Wow.
Tried to force a pass underneath to McGowan and gets whistled for the charge. Remember that tide we talked about that started kind of shifting, partner, during last night's game?
Yeah, this is one of the deals. You just have to fight through it, keep playing basketball.
Yes. I'm sensing right now the tide is kind of starting to shift here. Dogs are starting to get a little bit of life about them. Keith now.
The only good thing about it, it would just take one made basket, to turn it around.
Right. So Runyon's little floater, no good. Oh, they'll get her for a travel. As some of the Leopard faithful wanted a travel earlier in that possession, but they did get it there. Yeah, you're right. Just one bucket here as Cannon Russell, long outlet pass to her. There's a pass underneath. That's Leslie Wilmot, and she knocks that one down. And there's that bucket you were talking about. Stop some of that bleeding. Stop those. That one's poked away there from by Cannon Russell. Jones now underneath. That one's offline, no good. Last touch by the Bulldogs. That'll go over to the Leopardettes. 2:49 to play, 5-point lead.
And that one shot, you can feel it in the arena. The momentum switch right back.
Yeah, just one shot to stop a little bit of the bleeding. And so far, so good. Not over with just yet, though. I don't expect Sulphur just to lay down, as that one's nearly stolen away by Jones. As Coach Cater adamantly calling for a timeout. He wants a full one. 2:42 to play here in the fourth. Leopardettes lead 38-33. We'll take another break with them. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Leopardette basketball live on the Leopard Sports Network. Welcome back, everybody. Jake Rutledge alongside Eric Dotson and R.J. Brooks here, just about ready to get this final few minutes underway here. 2:42 to play in the fourth. Fixing to get this one back underway as it's starting to kind of ratchet up in here. Tension's getting a little bit thick. As the Lady Bulldogs, they've done a good job clawing their way back into this ball game, and they steal it away right there. That's Jones, and then she bounces it off the end line. My goodness, that's exactly what Sulphur wanted coming out of the timeout. Jones just didn't really have the self-awareness where she was at there. As Feliciano.
That should be the fifth foul, but it's only going to be the fourth because our scorekeeper down there.
Atkinson got tied up there.
That's 5 fouls. That's 5. It's 5.
So Wilmot to inbound to McGowan. They give to Russell. Little bounce pass underneath. Leslie Wilmot, that's good.
Basket by Leslie Wilmot.
So there's another all-important bucket that the Leopardettes needed. As runner in the lane, she got it to go. Runyon has heated up here in this second half for the Lady Dogs. McGowan kicks it over far side. Feliciano now to Russell. Back around, this is Wilmot. McGowan will hold near side corner. Gives to Leslie Wilmot. Down to 1:48 to play. And Feliciano turns it over. Gives to Atkinson now. As Atkinson travels, she was trying to get it to Keith. Keith wasn't paying attention and she walked.
Timeout, Lindsay.
As Coach Cater calls another timeout here. At the 1:39 mark, 40-35 here. Full timeout from Coach Cater. So we'll take a quick break with them. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Leopardette basketball live on the Leopard Sports Network.
When the oilfield industry needs an honest, hard-working, and dependable electrical contractor, they signal for SOS. With a solid reputation for getting the job done, Michael Sherrock and his team are prepared to meet all of your industrial and commercial electrical needs. They're prepared to handle anything, from maintenance to automation and power line service. So remember to dial up SOS the next time you're in need of an industry-leading electrical contractor.
Welcome back inside Leopard Arena here. Coming out of the timeout here from Lindsay. Leopardettes holding on to a 5-point lead. They lead 40-35. McGowan, Feliciano, 2 Wilmots, and Russell on the court here. Something to pay attention to here in this final minute and a half or so. McGowan does have 4 fouls. Wilmot has 3. See what the Leopardettes elect to do here. They're going to slow play this thing, or they're going to try to get a bucket that could end up being a dagger.
All they have to do is keep the four spread out, just like they're doing. And as long as they stay in the zone, Sulphur stays in the zone, it'll be hard for them to get to the girl in time because we'll have already made another pass. They'll have to go to man defense and foul.
Get it underneath there. That's Leslie Wilmot, and that one's batted out of bounds. That will stay with the Leopardettes. So 1:11 to play. 5-point game still. Russell gives to Leslie Wilmot underneath. That's 3 consecutive layups for Leslie Wilmot.
And 3 assists by Russell Cannon.
Yeah, all 3 assists from Russell. Lady Dogs got to go quick here. They need points and in a hurry. Throw it to Jones, and Jones steps on the end lines out of bounds.
Another bucket here, and that'll be the dagger.
As Shear
returns
will check into the ball game,
Also Lee.
as will Lee. So you'd think Sulphur's going to elect to
Start fouling here.
start fouling and maybe put a 3-point shooter or 2 back out on the court. As Runyon comes up, she does commit the foul.
Russell go to the line, shooting 2.
So Russell go to the line here for 2. 45 seconds to play in this one. All important free throws coming up here. Russell's first is good. Russell's second. That one's good.
Don't foul here.
No.
Let the clock go.
Yep. Clock is your friend in this situation. As Lee will bring it across for the Lady Dogs. Kicks to Runyon. Over to Keith.
Don't foul out. Do not foul out.
They tried to get it down low, and that one's deflected. Gentry Wilmot comes up with it. 30 seconds to play. As Runyon, I believe, will get whistled for a foul there. She's going to be up to, I believe, 4 now.
Gentry Wilmot will go to the line, shooting 2.
I'm not going to say it to jinx her, but so far she's 4 for 4 at the line.
Well, RJ, did you hear that?
Major Jones returns.
Yes, I did.
Holy, did you hear that, Eric?
Who was that?
RJ's talking.
Oh,
Wow. It's a first. Hadn't heard from you all week. As Gentry rattles that first one down. Ten-point game, 26 seconds to play. That one off the back iron, no good. As Cheryl pulled down the rebound, but this one is all but over. Unless the Lady Dogs can get a couple of quick threes, as that one is well offline. McGowan pulls down the rebound. Down to 15 seconds to play here. And the Leopardettes are going to end up winning this one by what looks like to be a 45-35 victory here for third place in the Charles K. Haley Classic 2024 edition. Pretty darn good ball game, partner.
very good.
It was a lot closer than that 10 points. I'll put it that way, if that makes sense to the viewers out there. Leopardettes, they actually did lead throughout, never trailed in this ball game. And credit Sulphur, man. Sulphur got a lot of fight in that group of girls down there. They did a good job clawing back into it, and actually cut it to, I believe, was it a 2-point game at one point in time there in that early in the fourth.
They tied it.
Oh yeah, they did tie it up. Well, yeah, there was a couple of ties.
Yeah.
But yeah, when it was getting late, when it was getting down to crunch time, Sulphur just wasn't able to get a few shots to fall that they needed. On the other hand, the Leopardettes got the ones to fall that they needed and converted some crucial free throws down the stretch there. Able to get the job done, and they end up finishing third here in this Charles K. Haley tournament. So congrats to Coach Cater and all those ladies down there. Job well done. As Coach Cater, he says, we better get a picture, guys. Come on now. So, once again, congrats. your hometown Lindsay Leopardettes, they claim third place here in the Charles K. Haley Classic as they knock off the Sulphur Lady Bulldogs by 10, 45-35. As up next, we are going to have the consolation match between the Sulphur Bulldogs and the Pauls Valley Panthers. Going to be a little bit before we have boys action. Probably, what do you want to say, a couple hours or so, just to be safe. But depending on what time, how long these games run, I believe we're scheduled for a 6:40 tip for the boys championship later on. So depending on how these next two games go, will depend on what time the Leopards tip things off here inside Leopard Arena. So with all that being said, we're going to go ahead and sign off, take us a break for a couple hours, maybe go find some grub and watch some other basketball games here. So RJ, good job. Eric, good job as always, partner. And we will see everybody back here in just a couple hours. Don't go away. We got Leopard basketball coming up later on this evening. You've been watching Leopardette basketball live on the Leopard Sports Network.